When you hear the word Pro, what comes to mind? You probably think of premium features, serious performance, maybe even something revolutionary, right? Well, Samsung's next phone is rumored to carry that very name. The Galaxy S26 Pro, but here's the big question. Does this phone really live up to what Pro should mean, or is Samsung just playing with labels? Stick around because what I'm about to share might change the way you see their entire strategy. And trust me, you're going to want to watch this one all the way through. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Earlier this summer, leaks started swirling that Samsung was shaking things up with the Galaxy S26 lineup. Normally, we get the same trio every year: the standard Galaxy, the Plus, and the Ultra. Safe, predictable, no surprises. But this time, the rumor mill says the base model could actually be replaced by something new. The Galaxy S26 Pro. At first, people went crazy with excitement. Finally, maybe Samsung was going to deliver that compact flagship that packs real power. A smaller phone that doesn't feel like the watered-down version of the bigger models. For years, the base Galaxy has been fine. But compared to the Plus, or especially the Ultra, it always felt like the phone you bought if you couldn't afford the good one. This Pro branding seemed like the moment Samsung would flip the script. And honestly, I was excited too. Because let's be real, a Pro model should be bold. Imagine a 200-megapixel main camera, 16 gigs of RAM, faster charging than the usual sluggish 25 watts, maybe more storage, and a sharper screen. That's the kind of punch people expected when they heard the word Pro. A smaller body, but nothing held back. For once, the little sibling could finally stand tall with the rest of the family. But then reality set in. The closer we get to January, the more leaks we're hearing, and let me tell you, they are not painting the picture we were all hoping for. One of the most reliable sources out there, Ice Universe, just shared some new details. And if you were expecting fireworks, well, you might want to brace yourself. Let's start with the cameras. The S26 Pro is supposed to get a new main sensor, but here's the catch. The size of the sensor is exactly the same as last year's S25, so yes, it's technically new, but in practice, you're not looking at any dramatic leap in image quality. The ultra-wide is going from 12 megapixels to 50 megapixels, which sounds like a huge jump on paper, but even Ice himself said it's basically useless. And the telephoto, still that same old 10 megapixel with 3 times zoom. No surprises, no wow factor, nothing that screams Pro. Alright, so maybe Samsung redeems itself with the display. Except, no, the Pro model is rumored to stick with a 108p screen, while the Plus and Ultra keep their crisp QHD panels. And charging, still capped at 25 watts. In 2026, for a phone called Pro, that doesn't exactly inspire confidence, does it? When you slap a Pro badge on something, expectations go through the roof. But so far, this just feels like a regular Galaxy with a shiny new name tag. And that stings a little, doesn't it? Because when that Pro name first showed up, the possibilities felt endless. A real competitor to Apple's Pro lineup, a true compact flagship. But now, it feels like Samsung's taking the easy way out. A new name, minimal upgrades, and hoping we won't notice. But let's pause and think about why. Why would Samsung play it this safe? Maybe they don't want the Pro to cannibalize sales of the Plus and Ultra. Maybe the Pro is just meant to freshen up the lineup with a buzzier name. Marketing over substance. And let's not kid ourselves, other companies have done this too. Apple's guilty of it plenty of times. Now, before we throw in the towel, it's worth remembering these are leaks, not official announcements. Specs usually lock in around this time of year, yes, but Samsung could still have some surprises tucked away. Maybe the Pro gets exclusive AI features. Maybe it launches with a sleek new design, lighter materials, or a battery life that blows past expectations. Those kinds of improvements don't always show up in spec sheets, but they can change how a phone feels in your hand day to day. So I'm not ready to completely dismiss it yet. Not until Samsung steps on stage and shows us what the Pro really means. But right now, it feels like a missed opportunity. The Galaxy S26 Pro could have been the phone that finally made smaller flagships exciting again. Instead, the leaks make it look more like a rebrand than a revolution. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think Samsung is being way too cautious with this move? Or do you believe the S26 Pro might still surprise us with something big? Would you buy a phone with Pro in its name if it didn't really deliver Pro-level upgrades? Share your thoughts in the comments, because I'm curious where you stand on this one. Here's my take. Samsung has a stage in January, and if there's one thing we know, it's that they love to keep a surprise or two up their sleeve. So maybe this story isn't finished just yet. And that's why you'll want to stick around, because when the Galaxy S26 lineup finally drops, we'll be right here breaking it all down together. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Stay curious, stay excited, and I'll catch you in the next one.